Well, guys, it's that time of year again. I'm getting things put on the trucks for the 2020 spring planting season. Um, got the one straight truck ready to go. Got the water tank on it, and then we got the triple flex and atrazine up here on the truck. So, and then we got the mixed fill tank back here and our water pump. Got that all strapped down and ready to go. And then behind me we have our other truck. This is the truck that we use for when we're planting. So this will have basically everything that we need on it. And we'll also have some seed on the back just in case. But yeah, right now we're just getting things ready to roll. Got the 9400 hooked up to the field cultivator and the crumbler. And we actually did some field work here the other day. You guys know how it is. First day planting is usually the worst. So I figured it would be in my best interest to not record us in the field. We were basically just testing the waters to see how the planter would work. Made sure everything was running all right planter wise. But from the corner of that stone pile down there, basically take a line all the way down to the road. From that line over to the campgrounds over here, we planted soybeans. Just to kind of, like I said, just to kind of test the waters and see how things went. But if you look out here, you can barely tell where the rows are at. We walk out here just a little bit, kind of staying in the field. You can kind of see right here. Right there's a row. Right there's a row. Right there's a row. Right there's a row. So we did do some planting here the other day just to kind of test things out. This is only about a 11-acre chunk that we have planted right now, but didn't want to get too crazy. This is kind of, just like I said, kind of a experiment right now, just kind of testing the waters, just kind of making sure that the equipment's all ready to go. And we did not have any problems, thank God. We only had a gauge wheel that was a little too tight, but that was an easy fix. So, and then the 9400 and the field cultivator did a really good job of working up the soil. This was actually the first time that we got to use the 9400 since we got it back. We had to send it in and basically get the tractor completely rebuilt. Had to basically put a brand new motor in it and some new injectors also. So it's basically got a brand new motor underneath the hood. It's been completely redone, and it definitely has a lot more horsepower than what it did before. So the true test, because pulling that field cultivator, you don't even know the field cultivator's back there when you're in this tractor. I mean, this tractor plays with the field cultivator. But it pulls this with ease. I mean, you can pull this as fast as you want as far as I'm concerned. I mean, it has no problem pulling it whatsoever, because for one, we're not going very deep, and for two, this is only a 23-foot field cultivator, so it's not humongous. Could definitely put something bigger on here, but the true test is going to be this fall when we're tilling everything under. We'll definitely be able to put her to the test when it's pulling the brine. We pull that across basically everything, all the heavy dirt, and we actually pulled it across the sand last year, just because this had not been worked up in about 4 or 5 years, because we were doing cover crop out here, doing some minimum till out here, and we decided to take the Brent across the whole field and just give it a good fracture, get all the residue worked in, and get it worked up a little deeper, just because, like I said, it had been about 4 or 5 years since the ripper has gone across any of the sand. So, but so far everything is pretty much ready to go. We have a couple things to do to the rolling harrow on the back here. There's a busted spring back here. I gotta try and remember where it is on here, but Dad pointed it out. Oh, there it is. It is that one right there. So other than that, everything's been greased, bearings have been changed, tires have been aired up, lights work. So right now it's just kind of getting to the point to where we just kind of have to wait for Mother Nature to cooperate with us and send us some dry weather so that we can get in the field. There's a couple guys around here that are putting anhydrous on for corn. A couple guys running pre-plant. All the pre-plant stuff that we have to do this year is on the heavy clay ground, which is nowhere close to being ready to get on. It is way too wet. So we'll just have to wait and see how things go. We are the first ones in the area to have planted anything. I do not know of anybody that has planted any corn or beans in our area. But again, I mean, we didn't plant a whole lot. Like I said, we planted 10 acres just to make sure that the planter was running all right, and got the depth set, and made sure that the population, singulation, down pressure, and everything was good to go on the planter. And like I said, we just had a gauge wheel that was a little too tight, but you know, that was an easy fix, something that we could do right there in the field with tools that we had on the tractor. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for now, until Mother Nature sends us some nice drying weather. Hopefully we'll be able to get back in the field here soon, and I'll be able to start putting up videos of us in the field. But again, I didn't want to record when we planted the 10 acres over here, because like I said, you know, first day planting, you want to make sure that you're focused and you're watching everything and making sure that things are all set. And so I was not wanting to record on the first day planting. There's a time to have the camera on, and there's a time when the camera should be off and you should be concentrating on things. So yeah, with that being said, that's pretty much it as far as the spring update goes. Like I say, we just gotta wait for Mother Nature to send us some good drying weather and get the ground dried up a little bit before we can do anything and go from there. So as of right now, I mean, we're kind of ahead of schedule. Last year we didn't start planting until May 23rd, and we planted the 11 acres over here about, I want to say, April 7th, April 8th, somewhere in there. Let's see, today's the 11th, so yeah, it would have been towards the beginning of April we got that planted. We actually checked the beans out the other day. They are sprouted under the ground. They haven't come up above the dirt yet, but they have sprouted in the ground already, so they've only been in the ground a couple days and they're already starting to sprout, so that's a plus. So we'll see how the 10 acres that we planted early goes. It's either going to be a royal mess up or it's going to be a learning experience. Either way, it's going to be a learning experience, but hopefully it's a good learning experience and not a bad learning experience. But you never know unless you try, so we'll just go from there. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I want to thank you guys for watching. I do have some good news, but I'm going to make another video about that in regards of the changes here on YouTube. Past couple of times I've been uploading some Farming Simulator gameplay just to kind of get uploads out to you guys, so you guys have something to watch on the channel. Kind of change it up a little bit, and like I said, I will take requests. If you guys want to see a certain piece of equipment, I can go on and I can download the mod and I can do a gameplay video for you if you wish. So I'm not promising that I'll be able to find what you guys want to see, but I will definitely try. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, guys. Again, I'm going to make a video about the future of this channel. Got some changes that are going to be coming this summer. If you guys want to find out what the changes are, watch my next video that I'll be uploading here in a little bit. So thanks again for watching the 2020 spring prep update video, and hope you guys are staying busy and staying warm, and hope to see you guys in the field real soon.